Up until now, there hasn't been a requirement for the onTokenMove macro. For these features within the Step On menu option, you will need to have onTokenMove enabled. To review, onTokenMove can only exist on one library token. If you have other library tokens with onTokenMove, you will need to integrate this onTokenMove macro with your other library tokens. Now, this is a quick demonstration of the different components within the Step On menu option. We have a generic pad. There are some stairs up and down. There is a opaque invisibility toggle pad. There is a invisibility on-off, sort of like doormats. And then there's a series of trap tokens. So to take a look at these on the map and show you how they work, as well as some of the default features that get enabled with onTokenMove. The first is around trees, and I can go into how you can customize trees like this, but they can have blocking layer or not, and they will automatically go opaque or invisible depending on your setting. Those settings are available through the configuration options. Other things that we have here to demonstrate, I've got a basic pad here that I can show. This is just going to kick out an audio effect when I step on, and a different audio effect when I step off. Other things I have is this is a demonstration of how roof tokens can go invisible or opaque. And these are doormat pads, and in this case I could have multiple exits. I've got multiple roofs, and I can still keep track of everything that goes on. This example would be one where I have just one toggle pad to detect if anything is under. And over here is an example of how stairs would work. So that's an example of stairs. And then over here we have several trap tokens. Traps can be as complex as you'd like them to be. I do have all the tokens that you could use. This is the trap token itself. This is what will essentially stop a token from moving. I have a detection token. This can be used for determining if you have a particular class that can detect traps. I have a trigger pad. This can be used for forcing a trigger to happen, so the trap can be in one location and the trigger can be in a different location. I also have a disable pad, meaning to say that if anything is occupying this pad, then the trap is essentially disabled. Now what's nice about some of these things is you can actually link them together. So I could link several traps together. I could have more than one trigger pad. I could have more than one disable pad, and any combination of those you can actually link together and make some pretty complicated traps. Yeah, so that's kind of a quick demonstration of the different options that we will review within the Step On menu. So this is an example of kind of a complex trap with animation. It's really more just a demonstration of what is possible. And to maybe describe the scene that I've got here, this is your rolling boulder trap that would be similar to the Indiana Jones scene, if you're familiar with that movie. So again, the rolling boulder we have here, I have my idle sitting on top of a disable pad. So this pad is connected to all of my other traps. I've got arrow traps on both sides of the hallway, and at the moment they're all disabled because it's being occupied by this idle. I have my kind of player character token ready to grab the idle. It's not sitting on any kind of trigger plate at the moment. And I have a series of trigger plates. These trigger plates are independent. Each one's connected to a set trap. So this larger one here happens to be connected to the boulder, this one to this arrow, these two to this arrow, this one to this arrow, this to this arrow. And as the player character goes over these trigger plates, the traps will be thrown. And if you were to have a character struck by the moving trap, it will or should track that information. So again, I'm going to do a demonstration. Move this off. And now if I, well, let me do this again. So you'll see how I'm not triggering any of the traps at the moment, right? But now if I come up here and I move my idle off, and so that's kind of an example. And to show how that would work at the end, I can, once they go visible, I can check to see who was struck. I can, let's see, I'm not sure that one had a strike. Yep. And that's how you can kind of tell what traps were hit. Resetting traps is very simple. And that's essentially how you can kind of reset traps and put things back to how they were. Okay. And this is an example of the player view of how that would work.